Hi everyone, this video is going to go over how to door knock or cold call people. Before I get into this, I want to mention something about calling people on the phone. We do have a do not call list. What we do is a bit of a gray area situation. If you ever speak with anybody on the phone that's on the do not call list, just don't get confronted with them. Just tell them, hey, I'm sorry, my numbers are supposed to be screened. I apologize for interrupting your day. I will delete you off of my list and I won't call you again. Crocker Realty will not be held liable for anybody that makes calls on the do not call list. It's your own discretion on how you want to handle that. If you're door knocking, not anything that you have to worry about. When you're door knocking, the only thing you have to worry about is signs on the door that say no soliciting. If you come to a door that says no soliciting, just move on to the next one. The neighborhood signs that say that on the subdivision signs, you can ignore those because those are really not enforceable. I ignore them all the time. It's really not an issue. While most people get scared when they hear the word cold calling, the reality is cold calling and door knocking is a very justifiable way of earning business. It's also a great way of being known in a particular area, and it works. You're going to get positive outcomes and you're going to get negative outcomes by cold calling, whether it's knocking on doors or calling people on the phone. You're going to get that with anything in life. Do not focus on the negative outcomes. Don't focus on being rejected. Don't focus on the people that are going to hang up the phone on you. Don't focus on the people that end up not doing business with you. Focus on the ones that say nice things. Focus on the people that are good to talk to. Focus on the people that are open to doing business with you when the time is right. Because believe it or not, there are actually people out there that appreciate aggressiveness. They appreciate people that reach out. They appreciate salespeople. You're going to call salespeople on the phone. A lot of them appreciate someone that is a go-getter, someone that's a hustler, someone that's out there working, and they want somebody working for them when they sell their home who's going to be proactive and isn't just going to be lazy and wait for things to come to them in life. They want people to go out there and work. And by doing this, it shows that you're a hard worker, and it shows that you take your business seriously. And a lot of people respect that, okay? Focus on the positive, not on the negative. Negatives don't matter. One of the things that I focus on in my life is I have today, and I have whatever my end goal is. And for me, I want to get to that end goal as quickly as possible. So for me, it's a straight line from now to then. And any negative person, any negative situation doesn't deviate my path under any circumstance. I focus on the positive things. Those positive things will lead me right down the path. What you have to be careful with is that the negative things can pull you down if you let them. It's really your choice. It's a choice on your part. So a lot of this is mindset. But I just want you to realize that when you're cold calling people, you're going to have lots of failure, but the more failure you have, the more success you're going to have. If you have to make 200 contacts to get one closed transaction, it takes about 20 to 25 hours to make 200 contacts. One closed transaction, if it pays you $6,000, that's $6,000 for 20 hours of work. Where else can you make that kind of money? It's pretty insane. So just keep in mind that all you're looking for here is an outcome. And the outcome should be a minimum of one closed transaction for every 200 contacts that you make. And you absolutely will get that. It should be closer to 1 out of 100. I like to present worst case scenarios, okay? You have to be willing to fail 199 times to succeed once. They did a study, actually. There's a book that I read called Go For No. Go For No. It's a very short book if you want to check it out. It talks about failure. They went and knocked on doors. This is a true study. They went and knocked on doors, and they were selling life insurance. And the question that they asked them was, you don't want to buy any life insurance, do you? That was their pitch. They knocked on the doors. You don't want to buy any life insurance, do you? 1 out of 60 did. From that horrible pitch. You don't want to buy any life insurance, do you? They're just asking for rejection, basically. 1 out of 60 people said, actually, I do want to buy some life insurance. They fail 59 times, get 1 sale out of it from that kind of script. Imagine what happens when you actually use good scripts with them or good conversations with them that are going to get a better result. So just keep in mind that when you're cold calling, don't be negative about it. You're going to get positive results. You'll get it with anything. It's all about taking action. If you take action, you'll get outcomes. If you don't take action, you're not going to get any outcomes whatsoever. You got to take action, okay? So the first thing that you want to do is pick a neighborhood with at least a 5% turnover rate. And all I'm doing here is just going through the sheet that's in this action plan. You want to communicate with people that have a higher likelihood of moving. If you're calling a neighborhood with a 1% turnover rate, not many of those people are moving. That means out of 100 people that you speak with, one of them is moving. If you call a neighborhood or door knock a neighborhood with a 10% rate or turnover rate, that means 1 out of every 10 people that you're speaking with are moving in the next 1 year, in the next year, okay? Obviously, that's a lot more people. Calling or door knocking neighborhoods that are what I call move up or move down neighborhoods is a great option. And these would be neighborhoods that have smaller houses, starter homes, condos, townhomes, things like that. A lot of those people use those homes as starter homes, and then they get married and start having kids and they have to move up. So when you door knock or cold call neighborhoods like those, although they may be at a lower price point, you're going to have a higher turnover rate because more people are moving in and out of that area. And the great thing about it is a lot of them that are moving are buying another house. And when you meet those people, not only will you help them sell their current residence, you're going to help them buy a new one. So you're getting 2 deals for the price of 1, okay? At the same time, if you do a kind of a more mid-range neighborhood, some of those people will want to downsize. Maybe they're getting older, their kids are all out of the house, they're empty nesters. They want to move to a condo or a townhome or something small and more manageable, okay? So just keep in mind those things when you're contacting a neighborhood. You need to make sure the neighborhood has at least a 5% turnover rate. In our cold call action plan, you can click on this link. Always hit control click. If I click control click on this, it's going to open up a tab. Right here, I can order a zip code analysis. This is in Denver, Colorado. If you live in another market, contact your local title companies. A lot of title companies will do this for you for a small fee. In this case, for Denver, it's $15 for a zip code. It's very cheap for what they do. If you want to do it the old-fashioned way and look it up in the tax records, you can find out the total number of homes in a subdivision and how many have sold in the last year, and that's a good way to determine turnover rates. There's a video here that explains how to do that. So once you've picked a good neighborhood, don't spend a ton of time on that. Most neighborhoods have a 5% or more turnover rate. Once you've picked a good neighborhood, then you need to find out the boundaries of the neighborhood. There's a video here that explains how to do that. You need to know where the neighborhood is, right? Number 3 is you want to obtain the phone numbers. There's 2 resources that I use for that. One is colerealtyresource.com. One is mojosells.com. Links to both of those websites are here. And this video explains how to obtain numbers from both of those sites. There's a lot of ways that you can get phone numbers. These are the 2 that I've found to be the best. Mojo Sells is cheaper. It's also what I recommend using as your power dialer if you're going to make phone calls. So if you're going to use that as your power dialer to make phone calls, go ahead and buy the numbers in there. It's a little bit cheaper than Cole Realty Resources. Once you have the calling list downloaded for the neighborhood that you've decided you're going to call, which of course has at least a 5% turnover rate, then you're going to upload them into your dialer. This video explains how to upload those people into your dialer. Now, once you have your neighborhood you want to call, you've gotten the numbers, you've uploaded them into your dialer, or you're ready to go door knock, now is the important part. This is probably the most important part of the process, is what do you say to these people when you go meet with them? And I want to really go through this in a little bit more detail. The questions that you ask and the things that you say during your conversations are going to determine your result. I'll give you 2 examples. Real estate agent number 1, he knocks on the door. Hi, my name's Bill Johnson. I'm a real estate agent in the area. I just wanted to stop by and introduce myself. Is there anything that I can do for you? No, there's not. Okay, well, here's my business card, or here's a market update. If there's anything I can do for you, give me a call. He's gone. Okay? Option number 2. Hi, my name's Bill Johnson. I'm a local real estate agent. I'm sorry to barge in on you. The reason I'm stopping by is we just sold a home up the street from you at 123 Main Street. I do a lot of business in the area. I like to be a resource for people, so I wanted to let you know about the home that sold. It was a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. We sold it for $450,000. I have a lot of buyers looking in the neighborhood, and I just wanted to touch base with some of the neighbors, and obviously you're one of them, to see who you know in the neighborhood that might be thinking about selling their home that we could connect with one of our buyers. See, you're offering value to them. You're offering, first of all, a piece of information. Information is valuable. People like to know what's going on in the neighborhood. They like to know what houses are selling for. They like to know what their home is worth. With regard to asking them who they know that's looking to move, they're telling them, you're saying, hey, I have a lot of buyers. I know people that want to buy houses. Do you know anybody that wants to sell? I can make their life easy. You're offering value. In most cases, they're going to tell you they don't know anyone that's thinking about selling a house. Of course, if they do, then you're going to follow and you're going to try to find out who those people are. The next question that you ask them is, okay, well, when are you folks planning on making a move? If they tell you anytime in the next 2 years, then you're going to go through a line of questioning that's in the script. Okay, where are you planning to move to? What's your time frame to get there? Would you be open to talking with me when that time comes? So on and so forth. Don't ask them, are you planning on moving anytime soon? Because that's a yes or no question, and they're going to say no, and then you're gone. To them, to them that question may sound like, are you looking to move right now? When you say, when are you folks planning on moving? They could be a year and a half out. And then they say, oh, we're looking to move next summer. If you had asked, are you planning to move? They say no, you're gone. You don't even know about their move next summer. Okay? Don't ask the yes or no question. Don't ask, do you plan on moving? Ask, when do you plan on moving? Because that requires a specific answer. Okay? The same is true when asking about the neighborhoods. Do you know anyone in the neighborhood that's thinking about moving? No. That's option number one. Who do you know in the neighborhood that's thinking about moving? Well, let me think. They have to think about that question, right? So it's important to ask the right questions. Now, if they aren't looking to move in the next couple of years, then you ask them, oh, hey, I appreciate your time. It sounds like you're doing well there. I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but a lot of your neighbors are receiving my monthly market updates. Shows all the homes that have sold in the subdivision in the last 90 days. People love it because it helps them keep track of what their own property is worth. I like to be a resource for people and help keep people informed. What's a good email address for you? I want to make sure you get the same information. So although they're not looking to move in the next 2 years, you can still market to them via email and say top of mind, send them a business card, and maybe in 2 years things change for them. Okay. Make sure you follow the scripts, guys. The scripts, these 3 scripts here are the scripts that they all say the same thing I just went through. One of them is just listed, so that would be calling around a new listing in a neighborhood. Doesn't have to be your listing. I call just listed. Most of them aren't around my listings. Okay. You want to farm a particular area, you call around the new listings in the area. By the way, don't cold call a neighborhood more than once every 6 months. You're just going to be wasting your time. Just jump from one neighborhood to the next when you're cold calling. The just sold call, same thing. A property recently sells in the neighborhood. You can go in the MLS, look at a property for whatever neighborhood you're interested in that's sold in the last 30 days. Use that as a reference when you do that. And then, of course, if you're doing an open house, you will be calling around your own open house. And there's a script for that as well. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is, once you've gotten everything sorted out and you have your script ready, you have your phone numbers ready, you know which neighborhood you're going to do work, you're going to go ahead and do the job. You're going to do the job. And this is the fun part. You're going to call the neighborhood, or you're going to door knock the neighborhood. Again, you're looking for people that are looking to move within the next 2 years. If they aren't looking to move within the next 2 years, or they don't know anybody that's looking to move, then you're going to try to get their email address and stay in touch with them that way. People that are looking to move over 2 years from now, or that aren't in the market, or that are going to live there till they're dead, don't spend money sending them postcards. Don't spend money sending them Broncos and Rockies calendars. Don't do any of that, because it's a waste of money. They've already told you they're not looking to move, right? The people that are looking to move in less than 2 years, you're going to want to do all that stuff. You're going to want to stay top of mind with those people. If you contact people in a neighborhood that has a 5% turnover rate, what that means is that if you contact 100 people, 5 of them are going to be looking to move in the next year. 10 of them are going to be looking to move in the next 2 years, because you're looking at you double the amount, 2 years versus 1, right? 100 contacts, 10 of them are looking to move in the next 2 years. That means 1 out of 10 people that you contact is looking to move in the next 2 years. 1 out of 10, okay? To make 100 contacts will take you about 10 to 12 hours. And in that time, you'll get roughly 10 people that are looking to move in the next 2 years. Now imagine you do that every week, 100 contacts a week, 50 weeks out of the year. Every time you make 100 contacts, you meet 10 people that are looking to move in the next 2 years. That doesn't include all the people that you get emails for. These are people that are actually in the market. This doesn't include your other people that are living there till they die that you get email information on. So you get 10 a week, 100 contacts a week for 25 hours of work each week. 10 leads a week times 50 weeks is 500 leads. Now imagine you only convert 1 out of 20 of those. Just 1 out of 20 of those people that have told you they're looking to move. That is a pathetic number. But let's say that was your result. That's 25 closed transactions. 25 closed transactions at $6,000 a piece is $150,000. Okay? $150,000 for working 25 hours a week. Just tell me where else you can make that kind of money. That's more than a doctor makes in most cases, unless they're an anesthesiologist or a brain surgeon or something like that. It's huge, and I'm being conservative on that number. It should be more like 40 or 50 deals a year. 25, it's $6,000 a deal, still going to be huge, okay? And 6,000 is also conservative in most markets. You need to make sure you make at least 20 contacts a day, 5 days a week. If you make 40 contacts a day, 5 days a week, guess what? Your results are going to be double. In that case, you'd be making 200 contacts a week for 50 weeks out of the year. Instead of closing the 25 deals that I just described, you'd close 50. 50 deals is $300,000. How much money do you want to make? It's your choice. Okay, it's your choice. This isn't a situation where this might work or it might not work. This will work. I do it. I know a lot of other agents that do it. It does work. Look up a guy named Tim Heil, H-E-Y-L, on YouTube. Look up a guy named Jamie Cox, C-O-X, on YouTube. That's what they do. These guys kill it. And I've killed it too doing the same thing. It works, believe me. This isn't an if. Follow the scripts, follow this action plan. You will get those results. I guarantee it. Okay, so here is a lead sheet that you can download if you're door knocking. You don't need this if you're calling on the phone, but here's what it looks like. It's just a sheet you can take out with you with a little clipboard. And remember, these links in here, you have to click Control before you click them. Control click. And all of a sudden, my computer just locked up on me, which is wonderful. Okay, here's what the door knocking sheet looks like. Pretty straightforward. You want to always try to get everybody's name, email address, and phone number. Those are the 4 pieces of contact information that you want to have on everyone that you meet, that you're going to be putting into your database. Okay. If you get a guy that you knock on the door on and he's looking to move in 6 months, he doesn't have an email address or he refuses to give it to you, but you have his name, address, and email, or name, address, and phone number, that's fine. The phone number is probably the most important part, okay? This video explains how to use the Mojo Dialer. It's just kind of a quick overview. And then finally, when you're done with all this, the last step is to enter those leads into your database and set them up on a follow-up plan. I want to be really, really clear on this. If you're going to cold call and door knock people, you must follow up with them. If you do not follow up with them, nothing is going to happen. For example, if you go knock on a gentleman's door and he says, yeah, I'm looking to move in 9 months. What would you go through the line of questioning. Where are you planning to move to? If you could get there sooner rather than later, is that something you'd be excited about? Blah, 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 blah. Would you be open to talking with me when the time comes that you're ready to move? Yes. Okay, so imagine that you talk to that guy. You don't stay in contact with him. Guess what? 9 months from now, he is not going to call you. He doesn't remember you. He has no idea who you are. You're just another Joe Schmo. He doesn't even remember you coming to his house. Okay? You're done. You're not going to be able to send him a business card and hope that he's going to call you. That's not going to work. Okay? Trust me. They will forget about you in a week, let alone 9 months. You need to put him in your database and set him up on a follow-up plan. You're going to put them in the B group homeowners list. You're going to send them a postcard once a month. You're going to send them 2 emails a month. You're going to call them quarterly. You should have set up reminders in your database on day 1 of your real estate career to remind you to do these activities for these lists of people. I send out an email once a month that reminds you to do it. Okay? You're going to send them a postcard once a month, 2 emails a month. You're going to call them quarterly. You're going to send them Broncos calendars. You're going to send them Rockies calendars. You're going to friend them on Facebook. You're going to send them market updates once a month. Okay? You're going to stay top of mind, and you're going to call him back about 6 or 7 months from now, and he's going to know who you are. And he might even hate you because you keep calling him and contacting him, and that's okay. Some of them will like it, some of them won't. But you know what? He's going to know who you are, and you will be a factor when it's time for him to sell his house. And you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. The better you follow up, the more you're going to win. The less you follow up, the more you're going to lose. Follow-up is key in this whole scenario. If you do not follow up with them, you'll get no result whatsoever. You can't just go make contacts and give out business cards and expect them to call you because they don't know you. They don't have a relationship with you. In order to build a relationship, you have to stay in contact with them. You have to talk to them once in a while. Hey, how's everything going? How have you been? Is there anything I can do for you? Send them a Broncos calendar. People love those. They stick them on the refrigerator. They see your face every time they go get a glass of milk. Okay? Follow up. This video right here, if you click this link, it goes through how to enter people into your database and how to follow up with them effectively. Okay? So this is an overview of the cold call action plan. If you guys follow this, the link to this document is below the video. You can also find it along with all of our other packages in Paperless Pipeline. if you just go into Paperless Pipeline, do a search in the reference docs area, do a search for package, they're going to show up right here. Lead generation packages. This is a category we have in LionDesk. Okay, you don't see the cold call or door knock in here yet because I'm creating it right now, so it'll be in here next time you search. But you can find this video and that document I was just going through by clicking that link, and you can also find the link to this document underneath this video. All right, so everybody have a great day. Get out there and take action, and you'll achieve amazing results in your real estate career. Talk to you soon.